JL200, how you doing, man? It's January 19th. Had to look at my calendar, old school, sitting right there. And we're going to look at populations. Okay, why are populations important? It's good for predictors. Okay, so if you're a policymaker in the government, you want to be able to predict what the dynamics of the population you're going to be working for are. Okay, is your area that you represent mostly old people? Is it young people? In terms of policy we develop, in terms of the economics and social services, we got to know who our clients are, and the best way to do that is to dive in and look at the populations. Okay, the United States is kind of a leader in looking at aging and the impact of aging on these different factors, but it's a global issue, and we're going to learn about that in our social gathering. So don't forget, we're doing that next week, right there. All right, so that's Wednesday, January 25th at the Gerontology Auditorium. See you there. We'll have Togo sandwiches, the bomb, okay, and some chips and water, something like that, okay, and we'll all be good. Don't forget to show up, okay? Alrighty, so to begin with the lecture today, we're going to go right here, online access to the course, which is the reading materials. You click on that, you click on Demography, which is open on the 16th. Okay, don't worry about some of these hyperlinks. We're actually getting rid of this part of the course later on, but we're converting it to regular reading. But for right now, it still works. Okay, you can study the charts. Okay, and look at the trends in people over the age of 65. Okay, you can click on these charts and boom, they come up bigger, and they're taking you out to 2030, and you can see the percentages going up and up and up. Okay. Why is that happening? Well, we have the baby boomers like me getting older. We have dramatic improvements in healthcare. So the things that used to knock me down, things that used to kill people like me, they don't. So we last forever. Okay, and so as a society, in 2030, you're going to have to deal with a lot of old people here. Okay, you can scroll down. We look at how that impacts you as an individually, and that's looking at the dependency ratio, and you can see how that's changed historically. So read through this and understand what's going on. Okay, at this time, okay, an era. Okay, I was born in '56. I was a little guy. Okay, and so I was very dependent on my parents. Okay, and so this bulge reflected of lots of kids being born right after World War II. Okay, that's what that's all about, the baby booms. Okay, we look up here now in society, and we say this huge burst in dependence. So what's all that about? Okay, there's a little boomlet. Okay, us guys having children, but also as we get further and further out here, a lot of people are getting older. So now instead of being babies dependent on the wage earners like me, the parents are dependent on them. Okay, so and that's the reality. Okay, part of this class is understanding that your parents and grandparents are going to be very dependent on you later on. All right, so certainly go through all this and read it and get a grasp of this. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go back to the course, and then you go into the discussion. Okay, and within the discussion, I want you to be a consumer of information. Okay, we start here by looking at this report by the National Institute on Aging. It's a branch of our government. Okay, under Health and Human Services. Again, this is part of our cabinet that President Trump is assigning people to oversee, and so the NIA is a big deal. We call it the NIA. Okay, so read through this. Okay, understand how we were able to prepare for this aging society. It took us a long time. Okay, that's what this means. France took a long time. UK a long time. Okay, Japan got there real rapidly. Okay, these countries are going to get there so quickly, and they're not ready. That's why they're looking to us for solutions, looking to you guys for solutions. You look at China projections in terms of the millions and millions of people. Okay, remember our country is like 370 million, and they're going to have just people over the age of 65 that are in that realm. Okay, are you ready as a society to deal with that? Okay, so read through this, interpret it, click on this. Okay, same deal, just some reading, understanding changes in life expectancies, why that's happened. Okay, over time. Okay. And again, like I was reiterating, worldwide, the fastest growing age groups, okay, are not the 0 to 64. It's these guys, okay, and they put a lot of demands to society. They are very dependent, okay, financially and in terms of health and services, okay. Alrighty, look at disease patterns, okay. Back in the day, typical diseases were, as indicated here, in low-income countries. Okay, these were communicable, infectious diseases, nutritional things like that. You know, and we see right here in high-income countries, we knocked the crap out of this. Okay, made them less of a burden, and people live forever. So then you get this increasing burden of chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, things like that, diabetes. Okay. And these again are very cost heavy in terms of health insurance. You guys have heard of the Affordable Care Act, okay? It's a very big deal, very big deal. Anyways, okay. All right, so do get through all that, okay? Then you come back over here, okay, and you watch these videos about how this dilemma hit Japan, sucker punched Japan, and how they were able to deal with it. Really interesting reading, okay? Consider what I have to say here, okay? And then come up with a solution, all right? How are you going to deal with aging in your city, county, your country, and globally, okay? All righty, next, okay? The next thing that's coming up, critical thinking, okay? So, like I said, next week we're going to meet for our social gathering. The week after that, this is what's due, okay? And you go in here, you click on it, and boom, there it is. Okay, I'm going to show you next week how to get through this, but you're welcome to go ahead and do something. I'll show you how to use Excel to make your charts. Okay, you just basically click on this. Okay, it's going to take you to the census. Okay, you have an Excel spreadsheet open. You choose a state. Okay, we can choose California or any state you want. You know, be experimental. Okay, boom, it loads up, and what do you see here? You see all these different types of calculations of the population. Okay, we have total population numbers here. We have percentages based on age and sex. Since this is a gerontology class, we're looking at age. The actual last census was done in 2010. The next one is done in 2020. And then these are the estimates for the more recent years. Okay, and so you can see right here, we'll look at people over the age of 65, okay, 11.4%. People under the age of 18, okay, 25%. And you just subtract out from 100 and you get everything in between. You put this into an Excel spreadsheet and calculate it. You can go ahead and start right now, okay? You can choose a county, okay? So how about me, Orange County, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to find myself. There I am, California. I clicked on it and boom, now I got Orange County. Okay, you can choose my city. Laguna Niguel. All right. Sorry, I got to spell first. Okay, Laguna Niguel City, California. Click on that, and now I have Laguna Niguel, Orange County, California, and I can grab this data and plot it in Excel and interpret it. Pretty straightforward stuff. Okay. All right, guys. I'm good for now, and we'll see you around next time